Welcome to Tangled and Splattered, where we aren't formally trained and don't follow directions. For today's project, we are going to be doing some watercolor painting. And here I'm showing the materials that we're using. Of course, we are using watercolors. This is a palette that I've had for a while. And we have our Archie's watercolor paper. I like hot press because it has a nice smooth surface. Apparently I forgot to remove that old watercolor project before showing you this. I also like frog tape, and here is a little, I don't know what we call this, a little thing that I grabbed from a store that is nationwide and sells cheap things. So I wanted some different angle things, some circle things, and this had a bunch of that. So this little device I like to use when I am creating geometric type paintings. All right, so let's get into it. So the first step is we want to tape the edges of our watercolor paper down, and we're going to tape it straight onto our paper towels that are underneath our watercolor paper, just to really secure it. Just kidding. We're going to take it off of that paper towel, and we're going to fold those edges down for good measure. And then we're going to add some more tape in here just for funsies. Kidding, we're trying to do some geometric line stuff. So we're going to use the tape and that little angle tool thingy to try to measure 60-degree angles on this paper. What is this tool called? I could not think of the name of this for the life of me. If you know, leave a comment. So from here, we're just going to keep trying to put more tape down. This is thinner tape. It is not frog tape, but is some other tape that had been bought a while ago. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what type of tape it is. And while trying to create parallel lines and trying to create evenly spaced lines, I'm sure this is actually a big fail. I can visually see that these lines are not parallel and that they're not evenly spaced. And that's okay, because we're still making geometric shapes. So I'll just keep making more shapes by laying down more lines. And whether or not they are parallel, they are still geometric shapes that make us happy. Another thing that makes me happy are these two Bubbas right here. We got Vicky on the left and Rayanne on the right. You can see that they are having a cuddle with the rainbow blanket that I crocheted. They often like to cuddle with blankets and pillows, and they will ruffle them up, and it is always the most adorable thing. So now we're going in with some yellows. It is September. It is back to school month, and most parents can appreciate the magical school bus that comes and brings these kids to school. So here we're doing a little ode to that school bus, the big yellow bus, and we're just gonna paint a bunch of random yellow colors in a bunch of these random yellow sections. So we're going to do that until we are satisfied that we have all the yellow that we want painted in here. It is kind of funny that I keep saying we as though we are doing something, or as though I am teaching some sort of class and some sort of expert in painting. Definitely not an expert. Here I am assuming that I can reuse the tape that I used before to try to get it right next to those lines, and I am now going to go in and try to paint those lines in between the tape. And you'll see here that we are now using orange colors. I think I was really into the fall color theme. So we started with our magical school bus with the yellows, and now we're into the oranges. And you'll see very soon that we're going to go into our reds next, because we are dreaming of fall leaves, fall colors, and we just want to manifest the most beautiful fall. And while we wait for those oranges to finish up, I wanted to share another thing that makes me happy, which is these Fuzzy little bumblebees. I love taking photos of these things coming in and out of the flowers. They are just so cute. And here we have our tape peel that is so satisfying. It is in super speed. So we're just going to keep peeling that tape, peeling it, making a little bundle by our paintbrushes. We're going to make a ball of it. And then we're going to go in with our reds because we need to complete this fall theme that we're going for. We love the yellows, the reds, the oranges. It is pumpkin spice season, guys. We need all of it. I was originally a huge skeptic of pumpkin spice season. Really didn't think it could possibly live up to the hype. And then when I had my first pumpkin spice drink a few years ago, that was it. I loved it. Now I'm always looking for that pumpkin spice creamer whenever it's in season and trying to get it as long as I possibly can. So that definitely needs to go on our next shopping list. So here we are. We're going to peel some more tape. And then we are going to go ahead and peel the frog tape that's placed in the middle. And this is where usually I try to get more inspiration for what I'm going to do next. But the inspiration never came. I can just see an A in my head over and over and over again. So then I did some painting off the camera to see if maybe just painting would help me get inspired. And here it is. Here's what it looks like. And I guess that is to say that not every painting is a painting that we want to frame and put on our walls. So this painting is going to go in a pile with the other pile of paintings that don't get framed. How many paintings do you have in a pile that don't get framed? Let me know. I'm at well over 100, I'm sure, at this point. But I still wanted to share this with you so that you can see that it's really about the process more than it is about the final results. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see me paint next.